back to Rockford UFS Darkstalkers vs. Street Fighter deck profile series. I have a special guest with me tonight, the Dean himself, Cameron Cardwell.
Yo, what up?
How's it going, dude?
It's going really well. I'm really happy to be on the program, talking about this sick Lord Raptor deck.
Mm-hmm.
This is actually a deck that I've been testing and playing at locals.
Okay, cool.
So,
all right.
I've made a couple of tweaks to it, but
Mm-hmm.
like you asked me to like put together a list, and I actually already had it together. I changed 3 cards.
Oh, well, okay, that works.
Yeah.
So to keep going, how's been the whole UFS University thing going? You guys still going strong, putting out but I know you guys are putting out tons of episodes, and I know you guys are looking to move into a dorm soon. So
yeah, me, James, and Tyler all just went together and rented a house with a fully finished basement, and we're just going to turn that into a recording studio.
Oh,
so
nice.
We're going to have just like a real permanent setup, and we're going to start like really just cranking out some content.
Nice, dude.
Yeah, we're trying to have there's like one area of the room that can be like strictly for like streaming, and there's one area for like recorded, produced content.
Okay.
And
that's
as
awesome.
well as like upstairs is fine. I want to do like a walkthrough at one point once like we get everything all set up. Just like, hey, here's the dorm, here's where we're living.
That's awesome.
You know that the classic YouTube shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm incredibly excited to jump on this train. I quit my night job to do this.
To do it,
So,
yeah.
Yeah. So like it's finally. I've been talking to Ryan Pham about like my wants and dreams when it comes to the channel, and he's like grilling me, being like devil's advocate, and I'm like, it all hinges on this house. It all hinges on like, me jumping in and being able to hit the ground running. I'm like,
you know, just a quick thing before we get into the deck. You guys started your channel, I'd say like 6 months maybe before we started ours or whatever. And I know like you guys hit 100. I think you guys hit Did you guys hit monetization before they changed it?
Yes, we did. We hit monetization before they changed it. We had made like $14.
Yeah.
And then they stripped it all away.
Yeah, dude, I was so pissed, man. I was so close to the 100 subscribers because the hours the hour watch was not an issue. I had people watching everything. I was like 10 away, and then they changed it, and I was just like, what the fuck, man? It's like they went from like 100 to 1,000 or something like that. It was it's stupid. It was so dumb. It's just But yeah. Like, comment, subscribe, everything we do. My channel and his channel. Because we want to do this for a living, man. Come on. This is what we want to do. It'd be so awesome. So, this is the 4th part of the deck profile series. Last I've done Morgan, Chun-Li, Akuma's been done. So we have Tam doing Lord Raptor. So I'm going to click over to the UFS Ultra page. And I will just follow along with we can just start however we want. I can set it to difficulty. I don't know how you want to actually go through it, but try to explain some of your deck choice, like some of the choices and some of the interactions and stuff like that for, let's say, like a new player is just watching this for the first time.
Let's actually go to quantity. I think that'll be the most fun.
Okay.
So the thing about Lord Raptor, and before we jump into Lord Raptor, I think this is an absolutely amazing set for any new player. So if you're viewing these videos for the first time, if you're just jumping into UFS, this is the set, because if you look at everybody's character cards, you can pretty much drop like 4 of everybody's support in the deck, and it's going to be very good. As opposed to like some other character where you actually have to pick and choose like what kind of deck you want to make based on their support.
Sure.
Lord Raptor, I'm currently playing, 4 of all of his attacks except for 1, which is a 3 of. So that's actually where we're just going to start.
Okay.
Lord Raptor himself is a flash character that gives stats, and he's got just a little bit of foundation control. He keeps you out of that late game, and he just gets a little bit more tempo. 1, because he's a 7-hand size character, so he sees more cards, and 2, because he breaks foundations. And it says that you're not allowed to commit important things, which we'll get to.
Oh yeah, very true. Okay.
So 3 Sweet Chainsaw Music, that's really our only momentum out in the deck. Trying to glance quick. I guess there's one other card, which is like emergency Sweet Chainsaw Music, as Beauty Can Overcome.
Yeah.
But Sweet Chainsaw Music is just like really, really gnarly. Azuna Drop is guaranteed damage, so it guarantees me that momentum.
Yeah.
And nobody ever wants to block this.
Yeah.
No, Azuna Drop plus Lord Raptor, plus Showtime.
Oh yes, that's pretty sick, dude.
just like guarantees a whole bunch of damage.
Yeah.
It is a little rough that it doesn't have a block, but it's an unbelievable poke turn.
Yes,
it
is.
It's so good.
Oh yes.
And then Hurricane deck, Leg Shredder, and Stinging Skull. Those cards are necessary in every Lord Raptor deck. I actually have another Lord Raptor built under Air that's not mainboarding Leg Shredder.
Okay.
But Leg Shredder, it's an all low zone deck. So it takes a bunch of Mishka's stuff and Kneecapper and all that and just swings all lows. But Hurricane of Death, Stinging Skull, Leg Shredder, they're so unbelievably important in this deck. Flash has not been relevant for the past 3 formats. And I'm gonna explain why I think that is, especially after playing this deck and like how it compares to other Flash decks.
Yeah, go for it.
So I think under Death, which is what this symbol is under, I think this is just the attack lineup you're allowed to play. I don't think you're allowed to play Bloody High Claw right now. Just because exclusively because Flame Aura exists. Flame Aura just says that card's actually not threatening, and the 2 sucks.
Yes,
which is like the opposite of Hurricane of Death.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like, with the biggest complaint that I hear Tyler Clark talk about this set, honestly, is why does Hurricane of Death have 6 fucking speed?
Yeah, I said that the other day when Tyler Tyler threw it at me, and I'm like, why does that have 6 speed? And he's like, well, I'm going to respond and give it 2 more speed, I guess. I'm like, you're an asshole.
It's like, it's actually nutty. Like, this card is one of those, hey, I opened 3 of this and it's good enough to just keep. I'll just, I'll hold these 3 for the rest of the game. Yeah. And it's probably what's going to kill you. Moving on to the not cool stuff. I've got 1 Swordfish 2. It's a defensive piece. Yeah. I think it's necessary at a 1 of in all these decks. If you're not playing Swordfish 2, just to abort one of their attacks, maybe make them overcommit Foundations on it and then get rid of it. 3 Bang and 4 Demon Realm Awakening. The reason I have Demon Realm Awakening in here instead of Prepare to Fight is I actually like the DR more than DR and the block more than the super block from Prepare to Fight. And stuffing a card in the card pool is not as important. Plus, this card's like, I don't know, what, $7 tops, and Prepare to Fight 4,000.
I call it a poor man's Prepare to Fight.
Yeah, and like Demon Realm Awakening replaces a card, which means we could accidentally draw into an attack. And something I haven't even mentioned is all of Lord Raptor's attacks have Breaker 2.
Oh yes, yeah. So
which is insane. Yeah. And I actually think without that Breaker 2, I think Lord Raptor just dies to everything. I think he needs it, and it's really cool that that's the defensive ability. He doesn't have like some generic minus damage or minus speed. It's like if we can block, you're not going to hit me again. And I think that's really, really cool.
I also noticed like a lot of his blocks they're all except for Hurricane of Death, they're all 2s. So it's not, they're not egregiously bad, but they're also not super good. They're pretty fair on block on attack cards, except for Hurricane of Death. That card can go fuck itself. So
that card's real nutty.
Yeah.
But Bang as a defensive tool is actually exceptional. And in this deck, because I don't get to play the Enhance on Bang, I don't feel like I have to play the Enhance on Bang because all of my attacks essentially turn my opponent's character off.
Yeah,
true. That burn 3 draw 1 card is nutty in this deck. It is so crazy to go like Humper Spiders into Leg Shredder, pump it for damage. You don't want to block a Leg Shredder, so I'll burn you for another 3. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, and I flipped and committed and destroyed a Foundation because of Raptor.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Damage, and I drew an extra card. Like, like neato.
Yeah.
There's a lot of really cool interactions. 1 Mass Assassin. I actually don't like this card in here too terribly much. It's one of the only. It's a damage pump, which means I don't have to always spend the remove 2 on Raptor on damage. Yeah. I can't use speed because 2/1's fine. Beauty Can Overcome, as we talked about, is like poor man's sweet chainsaw music. Yeah. I think if you can play this card right now, I think you should, just because redraw your hand is so important. Yeah. I've seen so many people, even at like top level events, hey, I have to kill you on this turn. Yeah. Hey, I drew 6 gray cards. Well, let me try again.
I'm actually gonna debate on putting this in my Akuma deck because I had that happen to me twice last night. Where I know it's small sample size because it's locals, but I was just like, well, I have one attack in hand. I draw 5 cards, all gray. I'm like, well, I can't kill you this turn. Looks like I'll build 2 and pass.
There's one attack that I dead drew, and then hopefully rip into another set.
Yeah, exactly.
And the remove, and honestly, the discard of momentum is incredibly important because it means you're allowed to hit them as leg shredders and you don't auto remove them.
Oh yes,
we're gonna get to some crazy leg shredder stuff here in a bit.
Nice.
We're gonna go all over leg shredder.
Cool.
New shipmate's defensive. Securing his destiny and demanding submission is actually why I picked the symbol.
Okay.
Securing his destiny and demanding submission, being response effects as well as showtime, being so unbelievably important for the deck of that control aspect. Not only is Lord Raptor destroying foundations, Hurricane of Death is destroying foundations. Leg Shredder is committing stuff, but this is stopping your attacks.
Yes.
So it's very much the one step ahead. Like, you're just not allowed to play the game. None of your stuff works. Especially because I'm playing a flash deck.
I really wish one of those had a block. Like,
yeah.
I understand why they don't. I understand, but first world problems, I wish one of them had a block, because then I could play both of them in the same deck at more quantities than like a 2 of or a, I
think you easily, depending on the meta, I think 2 and 2 are going to exist in every death deck for the rest of eternity.
Yeah,
I don't know why you would 2 and 2.
Yeah,
but the fact that they're a Canadian 5-check is actually, like, it's not terrible. But the fact that I'm playing that, I'm playing Bang, I'm playing Showtime. Like, there's a surprising amount of not amazing checks in this deck. And sometimes it just hits you. Like,
no, that's just Death. I think that's just Death's power cards. They're just they were. I mean, like, a lot of them. Like, I understand. I'm surprised Showtime isn't a 5-check because of just post Bebop. So, but whatever.
Yeah, I'm glad it's not.
Yeah, me too.
that card is real annoying.
Card is stupid. Yes.
Yeah. So moving on to Syndicate Target, this card doesn't do anything.
Yep.
It's just extra build.
Yeah.
This card was replaced by, this card got replaced Adinian Royalty.
Oh, sure.
The enhance destroy your next attack. Opponent's next attack is flash. So Lord Raptor can actually respond off of if they play a flash attack.
Sure.
It says after a flash attack is played. So after they've committed a card, and I think they're going to go in for a big combo piece, I can destroy a foundation to basically end their turn because they don't want to not have the enhances plus destroy next foundation, because on my turn I'm going to destroy another one.
Yes.
So I paid 1. I destroyed a foundation to stop them, but honestly, people were just kind of playing through it, or they were baiting it out, and it was a little too easy to see coming.
Sure.
I think that play works way better under air with High Seas Adventure.
Oh, sure. Sure.
Yeah. So, like, I think the fact that it's an enhance and not a response is the reason I had to cut that card.
Okay.
And 0 low block is really important when Hurricane of Death is 6 speed.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. And then you have all of Akuma's attacks are pretty much mid, but there's one that he has a +0 low that I blocked a Hurricane of Death with, and I'm like, I'm glad I had that in my hand.
Yeah, it's necessary. If you don't have real solid low blocks, like, they almost need like a Flame Aura for lows.
Oh, sure.
Like, we got one for mids with Cool and Focus.
Yes.
So that card, like, not even that great right now.
Yeah.
We've got Flame Aura, and then I'd love for 3 different symbols, 6 different symbols that don't have that to get the low.
To get the low, that would be sweet.
Yeah.
So like you can pretty much play one of like the super block speed reset on one of of those symbols. Yeah. So that'd be awesome.
And figure out how to get the last 3 something cool with it blocking 2.
Yeah. Yep.
Next is Dead to be Paid. I always play this at a 2 of anytime that I'm playing Most Trusted Assassin. I think that combination is unbelievably good because it allows you to still block. And in Lord Raptor, this card plus Most Trusted Assassin plus blocking with an attack means that their turn's over.
Oh yes.
It's basically Breaker 4. It's at a 2 of. It's a high block. It's a 0. It's fine.
I have the same mentality in my Akuma deck that if I usually, if I partial block something, or if I use Most Trusted Assassin and then use this, then I block, and they're going to try to play an attack card, they're already -4 to their check. So it's kind of along the same lines. So
yeah. Next is Showtime. Man, do I want to make this a 3 of. But the unique keyword is just stopping me. And if I ever see one of it, I see both, which means if I saw one of it, I'd see all 3, and it's just dead.
Yeah.
But like the games that I don't see it is actually incredibly hard, which is why like I want to bump it up.
Sure.
It feels like a win more card just because that free damage on Azuna drop is insane.
Yes. Oh yeah.
This is my least favorite card of Raptor support. It might be because I'm a bad player and I never remembered a first form.
Oh, the Thrill to Eat You?
Yeah, I don't. Man, Thrill to Eat You is cool. It builds. It's a good block.
Yeah.
But it's always getting tapped. Like it's always being committed first.
Yes.
It's as useful as Syndicate Target, but Syndicate Target can block things in as a 6. And that's why it's a 2 of in the deck. And randomly, like I need to put pressure with an Azuna drop or something, and so like I want to blow something up, and you're completely ready. I'll tap one. It's fine.
Oh yeah.
Case Fight is a 3 of. I think it's really important because of the breaker. It says that if they actually check bad, I don't have to like attempt a block or something. I'm just trying to discard cards out of their hand, or honestly, just make them overcommit just a little bit. I don't want them to fail the things. I want them just to tap their good cards so I can blow them up.
Yeah, there you go.
Most Trusted Assassin is another reason I'm not in love with Thrilled to Eat You. It's because they both are competing for that first form slot.
Sure.
And for my new player, first form says anytime that you can play a card, that's you playing a form. And if an ability has a first form or first enhance, it has to be the first time you could possibly do that. That's what you have to do.
Yep.
So before you're allowed to play a card, make a check, you have to use the ability of Most Trusted Assassin or use the ability of Throw to Eat You before you play a card.
I always forget to use the Most Trusted Assassin first F. Yeah. I usually always forget it, man. I always forget it.
Here's why you have a good play group. You ready? If we forget the first form of Most Trusted Assassin, we slap each other's hand.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So like we hit each other to be better at a card game. Four Spiders and Dragons. This card is actually disgusting with Leg Shredder. This card, let's talk about this card and Leg Shredder.
Okay.
So I played this card in my card pool. I play Leg Shredder. The obvious response is I respond with Humber Spiders Dragons, but it's actually not the case. I actually responded with Leg Shredder first.
Oh, sure. So they commit something and then you work off of that. Cool.
Yeah. And so, what do you want me to blow up with Lord Raptor? What are you okay with me blowing up? Oh, okay. Because if I Humper Spiders and Dragons first, then they're gonna commit whatever I flip.
Yeah.
So I'm essentially getting rid of 2 foundations this turn with Leg Shredder in this card, plus building 1. Plus the Respond Burn is really good in a flash deck.
Yeah.
Surprise.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Design for Combat Balance Fighter. Normally I play this at a Design for Combat at a 4 of always. Like there's no reason not to play it at a 4 of.
Yeah.
And Balance Fighter is always a 3 of.
Yeah.
But it's exceptionally good because I have Healed by a Shaman, which we're going to get to. The nuttiest card in the game.
And also, I think the meta now, because all the characters in this set, the majority of the characters in the set are just huge speed characters. Like even Akuma, like characters who don't have speed on their character card have ways to get massive amounts of speed. So speed resets are going to be paramount going forward into the next, who knows how long, the set's legal, next 2 years, 3 years, whatever. So
I built Balance Fighter. I'm afraid for Balance Fighter to rotate, like honestly.
Yeah. We were talking about that. Yeah.
I built 2 of these versus a Gil, and he actually had to like play a real game and like think about it.
Oh, sure.
Stuff, as opposed to like, hey, this got 5 speed for no reason.
Yeah.
Not a game by 2.
Yep.
Like I got to block things against Gil, and it was real cool.
Oh yeah, it's great. It's great when you can block stuff against Gil. It's fantastic. It feels like you've accomplished something.
And then we're gonna move on to the best 2 foundations in the deck.
Sure.
And I actually mean it's better than Humper Spiders and Dragons. I've got Feels Good to Be Bad and Healed by a Shaman. We'll talk about the worst one. He Feels Good to Be Bad.
Sure.
This card is -2 speed, playable while committed, by removing a card from my discard pile. Removing a flash deck.
Sure.
I played 19 of those, so that's a million speed that I just get to get rid of.
And also, if you're removing Leg Shredders, you ready stuff, right? With Leg Shredder?
Yes, absolutely you do. Yeah. And Leg Shredder does not say that it has not been ready this turn.
Yeah.
It's one of the few cards that actually says that. So you can do some crazy Leg Shredder combos, which we're going to get to with the next card, Healed by a Shaman.
All right.
And Feels Good to Be Bad can ready any card that we want by flipping. So you can Leg Shredder ready Feels Good to Be Bad, and then flip Feels Good to Be Bad to ready another card.
Nice.
And so you can just get like a bunch of stuff. And Healed by the Shaman is the reason I think Flash is going to be relevant, not just in this character, but in every character that can Flash.
Okay.
So I guess under Air. Respond, commit, discard your hand, : You don't have to have any cards in your hand to do this. This is the thing that Flash was missing, is Flash decks can't draw anything on their turn.
Yeah.
And that's what they were missing, is they couldn't dig for attack. So whatever cards that they had in their hand, that's just what they had.
Mm-hmm.
But this card says that I have X amount of attacks for however many times I can commit Heal by a Shaman.
Yeah.
And when it feels good to be bad, I can untap it with Leg Shredder. I can untap it with a bunch of crazy stuff. I can just untap it.
Yep.
There are some amazing turns where I've had like 1 Hurricane of Death and 2 Leg Shredders in my hand.
Mm-hmm.
I played Hurricane of Death and I just discarded my 2 Leg Shredders.
Yeah. Because you can pick them back up.
I turn Leg Shredder into whatever I want.
Mm-hmm.
And that plus Balance Fighter means I'm drawing extra cards. So like it's possible to just rip into more things. Like this card is the reason that this Flash deck has any legs whatsoever.
Okay.
If Heal by a Shaman did not exist, you could not play this deck, and I believe that wholeheartedly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, I agree.
And that is the reason why, like, Heal by a Shaman, you have to have answers for. That's the card you have to fight against.
Yeah.
It's not actually his attacks. You have to fight against him being able to pick up whatever he wants. Because the other thing that he can do is I'd accidentally hit you for 3 attacks. Maybe you respond DR to them. You've got something like what's that card? It's Telekinetic Mastery.
Oh yeah.
Correct? Yeah. So you turn off my character, sure. So I didn't actually hit you with a whole bunch of stuff. But Heal by Shaman says that I get to pick up Sweet Chainsaw Music and then block with it, breaker to you at the end of my turn, respond, remove, add 3 more cards to my hand.
Yeah.
Oh, now I'm live.
Yeah, now you're live, and then you just murder someone, and just on the backswing, you just kill them. So
absolutely, and then like there's just so many sick interactions with Leg Shredder, which is why I talk about the air deck. It has to be in the deck. I just got to find a room, but it's not a high, so I don't know.
I know that because I would assume Leg Shredder is your main committal in this deck. I know you have other things, but this kind of exacerbates the whole commit your stuff. That's why you want your opponent to kind of fight through the breaker too, so you can just keep pounding their foundations down, blowing up. Because he's target destruction, correct? No, your opponent destroys.
No, he gets to pick. Hurricane of Death is target, and it gets damage for the difficulty.
Okay, yeah. So you want to be able to tap down as many foundations as possible, and then just kill your opponent because they won't be able to do anything.
Yeah, totally.
I know that Nathan here, Reese here in town, he was talking about how there's ways that Flash basically says stop all is R stop all enhances for the turn.
Yeah.
There's no ability in the game currently that says stop all responses. So he says that responses are the highest form of ability in UFS right now. Because there's R responses that stop responses, like out of your league, stuff like that. But there are no like blankets. Like you just can't, like how Flash just shuts off all enhances. There's no way to shut off all responses.
I would disagree with that exclusively because, like, the way it has to go is it has to go statics first.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Statics are your tip top.
Yeah.
Like,
okay. Yeah. Statics.
If you figure out how to get a big Cyclone in my card pool, my character doesn't do anything, and I'm not even allowed to like respond to get rid of that card or whatever.
Yeah. True.
It's just gone.
Yeah. I would say that I'll bring that up to him. I'll let him know that statics are number 1.
Yeah, statics are number 1, and then it goes responses and answers, and then like maybe floatings at the very end, but maybe. I don't know.
And then I'll tell him it's fair and balanced gameplay. So I'll tell him.
But yeah, I completely agree. You know who's having a really hard time with his Lord Raptor deck? Barrett's Death Control.
Oh,
Deadlock.
Donovan. Oh, because he can't DR anything. Yeah.
He can't DR. He can't look at the top card of his deck. He can't do all these, hey, I've got 10, 11, 12 foundations that are just doing a bunch of cool things. I'll make sure that I can confirm a bunch of checks or I'll hit you with a reversal. Nah, man, you got to deal with it right now.
that seems appropriate.
Right now.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I died to Ringman.
Oh.
Ringman was just like, breaker to me. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, you don't care. Yeah.
There's tons of counterplay, and this deck was getting demolished by a Ringman deck.
Wow, that's nuts. That's crazy. Cool. Is there anything else you'd like to talk about with the deck before we move on to like closing statements and stuff? Because we're pretty much at our time limit.
This deck is incredibly fun. This deck is very new player centric, honestly.
Okay.
When you take away the entire enhance ability and there's no back and forth, you're just playing. I'm just getting to play the game on my turn, and I don't have to worry about aggressive enhances. I just worry about defensive ones.
Sure.
If this is a really easy deck to give to a new player.
Okay.
Hey, do they have a turn sideways foundation? We'll respond to Lord Raptor and blow it up.
Yep.
We don't care what it is. Blow it up. Anytime that you use Lord Raptor, if they have more than half their staging area ready, you give it speed. If they have less than it ready, you give it damage.
Yep.
And you just explain very easily. Hey, here's the easy line, and then eventually they'll just they'll just catch up.
Cool. Is anything you want to plug before we go?
Obviously, Rockford CCG or CCG.
Thank you.
Get in there. Hit that like button, share, subscribe. Drop this video in your group chat for anybody who wants to play Lord Raptor.
Yep.
Put it on Facebook. Share it to your timeline. Tweet it. I don't know what you got to do. I'm not on Twitter.
Well, you have your own shows. You have your own channel you can plug too, man. Yeah.
If you want to go to patreon.com/TCG University and hit us up, we've got a bunch of exclusive content out there. If you're not into the Patreon game, that's totally chill. Just like, share, subscribe on YouTube. That's all we're looking for.
Sweet, dude. Well, most appreciative of the time that you took to build the deck and talk about it. Also, we're probably going to start talking about the 1-year show for the Gal treatment, so I'll be dropping you. We're going to do little interviews with everybody and then put it into one giant video instead of having 20 people on one show. So
that is a really good idea. I like that idea a lot.
Yeah. Okay, so Tam, thanks. Appreciate you coming on again. And everyone, you have a good night, and we'll talk to you later on the next episode, which I think we're going to do Gil with Mark Wisniewski. So keep look out for that. So have a good night.
I can't wait to watch.